Are unmet expectations causing you pain? I'm Rick from Thriving Now, and I'd like to invite you to imagine something. You're walking down a street, and on the other side of the street, you see somebody that you've missed, somebody that you really like, and you wave, "Hey!" And they glance your way, and they keep walking. Be honest with yourself. How does that feel to your body? What happens in your mind? What thoughts do you have about them, about you? It's really natural for us as humans to have reactions. We expect things to be a certain way. This is a person. I like them. I've missed them. I'm enthusiastic to see them. I do what comes naturally to me when I feel that way. Hi, how are you? And what comes back to me is not what I expect from someone that I like, or even a stranger. I don't expect to be dismissed. That's what it might feel like to my body. How does it feel to yours? One of the things I've noticed is that expectations set us up. They set us up for ease. You go to the faucet, you turn it on. You've turned it on thousands of times before, and you've gotten water out of it. You don't expect to get mud. Now, if you get mud, what happens in your body? Most of us who are emotionally sensitive in the most exquisitely beautiful way can have, when expectations are not met, a reaction inside of our body that says, uh-oh, or alert, or this isn't usual, or even there's something wrong here. One of the things I've noticed is that the more that I get to a place where my expectations don't necessarily cascade into pain or assumptions about myself or about the other person, the more ease I can have as I go through my life. I can be more calm and confident no matter what's going on. Is that something that you want? Because if it is, I'd like to share with you some of the ways that I have noticed that if I use particular tools, emotional tools, things go easier. It's like the difference between using a manual typewriter and a smartphone. It's a lot easier to look things up. It's a lot easier to write. And so, what we're going to be doing together, if you'd like, is we're going to be taking some of the reactions that people in the Thriving Now community have offered, and we're going to be using an emotional tool called EFT Tapping. If you're not familiar with EFT Tapping, we have a free guide. It's pretty darn simple. Use your fingers. And you tune in to things that are happening in your body, the reaction that you have when an expectation of a particular kind isn't met. And why bother to do this? Well, I bet you can imagine someone who, if they had a friend who just looked their way and then kept on walking, would be really upset with that person. In fact, the next time that they met, they might be like, well, I'm not going to say anything until they apologize for not even coming over, not even waving hi. You might also know someone or be someone that when you put yourself out there like that with enthusiasm and openness and it doesn't get a good response, that it makes you more reluctant to put yourself out there and be friendly with other people. And this can apply to our own life too. If we expect that something's only going to take a couple of 10 minutes to do and it takes us 2 hours, what does that do to your body? What does it do to your mind? Does it make it harder for you to be in your art, to offer yourself in service to your work and to your family? So what we're going to be doing is using this tool around these expectations that real people in our community, in your community, if you'd like to be just a part of the energy of us, who want to be more emotionally free. And when it comes to painful reactions that we get from unmet expectations, being more emotionally free feels like, oh, I wonder what's going on with them. There are friendships that will end today because one or both people have expectations that weren't met. And in the pain of that, they reject their friendship. You know, that person that you like so much could have just had a meal that isn't sitting well with them. And they look over, and what they need is a bathroom. And you're not a bathroom. They need to go find a bathroom. And they don't have the time, energy, or focus. Their body is really focused on getting to some place that they need. And yet, we don't know, do we? And that, I think, for to be emotionally free gives us more spaciousness. And it also allows us to be cleaner and clearer when we get together with them and said, "Hey, I'm curious. Did you see me when we were walking? Oh yeah. Would you be willing to share what's going on with you? What was going on with you, so that I can understand more?" It would have felt great to me if you had at least waved and said, "Hey," and kept on walking. At least I would have felt the connection. I was wanting some connection there. Now, that language may feel really odd to you. It really felt odd to me until I dealt with the energy of expectations, the pain that came from not getting them met. It helped me be clearer, and I'm inviting you to do the same. We have a whole series of videos, pick and choose, and feel free always to ask questions and provide comments and feedback and your own wisdom in the comment section, or by email to support@thrivingnow.com. Thanks.